Railway Joe's to celebrate their grand opening with deals daily until the ribbon cutting on Friday. Spectator Drags, our first two cars coming out to the track. It's going to be a matchup of a familiar name and a different vehicle here this week. Brennan Gerard is going to be in the Oldsmobile Cutlass of 1988, matching up against Franz Weidinger from Smithfield, Rhode Island. He is in the Pontiac Trans Am on the outside. We are set. Green is out. On the outside, Franz Weidinger. Going to get a good jump on Brennan Gerard there. All Weidinger. Down into 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Franz Weidinger moving on. As our next two get set. Monte Carlo SS. That is Justin Wyman. Going to be matching up against the Pontiac Fiero GT in 1987, and that is Louis Diaz. This matchup set. Down into 1. Early good jump there for Diaz. He is off of 2 down the back stretch. As Wyman just tries to keep up into 3 and 4, Diaz. Smooth sailing off of turn 4, checkered flag from Steve Bowden in the air. Diaz going to move on. Bringing up the next two. From Westport in his 1998 Chevy Camaro. Gets those tires warmed up. They are at the stripe. Fielding on the high line, Oliveira on the low line. Green is out, down into 1. Give the advantage to Oliveira, but here comes Fielding on the upstairs. He's got a nose into 3 and 4. Give the advantage to Fielding up top. Across the stripe, and the checkered is out. I believe that one's going to go to Fielding there, and what a save there by Oliveira to stay off of him. That was exciting. Little landscaping there from Fielding, and then a little burnout. That's going to bring up the Eagle Talon. That is Carlito Mello. And the 1981 Chevy Malibu. Kyle Buchanan. Mello with the advantage. Right to the back bumper. Here comes Buchanan. Into 3 and 4. Right to the back bumper again. Mello holds the advantage off of 4 across the stripe. Carlito Mello continues his hot streak here in our East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drags. Does some carousel moves there. He's going to take the high line. The matchup is set. Waiting on the green. Green is out. Down into turn one. Give the advantage by a nose right now to Stevens. Here comes Stevens on the low line. Down the back stretch. Kazunas has the run. Here comes Stevens battling back into 3 and 4. Neck and neck. Nose and nose. Off of 4. Give it to Tom Kazunas across the stripe. He is going to move on. That was a battle, back and forth, throughout. And that brings up our next matchup. It'll be Sean Fitzgerald from Somerset in the 1985 Chevy Corvette, matching up against Andrew Joseph from Mattapoisett in the 1975 Chevy Vega. They're set, they're at the stripe. Down into 1. Neck and neck, nose to nose. Give the advantage right now to Joseph on the low line. Down into 3 and 4. Andrew Joseph in that 1975 Chevy Vega. He is going to come around, take the checkered flag over Fitzgerald. The Red Dragon, Christine Purse, matching up against Robert Gingras. Gingras with the Ford pickup, 1949. Purse with the Chevy Camaro in 1978. Green is out. Down into turn 1. Christine Purse, the Red Dragon, she has the off of turn number 4. Christine Purse going to move on. And for Thunderbird. Matchup is set. Fazio going to have the high line. Curtis on the low line. Green is out. Here they go. Down into turn 1. Curtis with the advantage in the 64 Chevelle. Fazio battling back down the back stretch. Curtis with the advantage. Couple car lengths. Into 3 and 4. Off of 4. Checkered flag out. Paul Curtis going to move on. Next 2 cars coming to the stripe. Jackson Decker from Plymouth in his 1986 Chevy Camaro. Walter Wickenbach IV from Warren, Rhode Island in his 1984 Chevy Camaro. Red versus blue. They are at the stripe, they are set. Decker in the red on the high line. Wickenbach IV in the blue on the low line. Green is out. Decker with the advantage going into 1 on the high line. Through 2, on the high line, leaving the door open for Wickenbach IV, but not so much. Here comes Decker. He's going to get high here. Wickenbach is going to spin. Decker going to collect the victory and move on. Continuing our way through. Liam Monahan. And Adam Matarosian from Foxborough. Pontiac Firebird, 1989, matching up against Monahan's 1989 Chevy Camaro. A battle of the 89s here. Green is out. Down into 1. Liam Monahan with a great jump. He has an advantage off the down back. Matarosian trying to maintain into 3 and 4. Monahan off of 4, checkered flag in the air. Liam Monahan is going to move on. Chevy Camaro. And Charles O'Brien in his Chevy Corvette in 1978 from Sterling, Connecticut. Green is out. On the low line, Brad Street gets a good advantage down into 1 and 2. On the high line, back down the back stretch. Brad Street with the advantage into 3 and 4. He's out front by about 5-6 car lengths. Checkered flag in the air. Brad Street moving on. Matt DeRoches in his 1984 Chevy Camaro from Coventry, Rhode Island. And Aaron Lynch in his 1996 Chevy Camaro from North Providence, Rhode Island. Lynch on the high line, DeRoches on the low line. DeRoches gets a good jump there. He's off, down into 1 and 2. DeRoches down the back stretch. Smooth sailing. Matt DeRoches is going to collect the checkered flag. He will move on. It's going to be a battle of the Perrys here. Corey Perry in his 1997 Pontiac Firebird. Matching up against Burlington, Rhode Island in his Pontiac Trans Am in 1998. Joe Perry takes the low line, not to be confused with the high line of Corey Perry in the Pontiac Firebird. Battle of the Pontiacs, battle of the Perrys. Here we go. Green is out. Nose to nose, neck to neck. Into 1 and 2, give the slight advantage. Into 3 and 4, Corey Perry on the high line, looking for the checkered flag. Checkered flag in the air. Corey Perry going to move on. Will bring up Walter Rickenback the third. Wickenback the third with the low line. Weidinger on the top line. Green is out. Down into 1 and 2. Nose to nose here. Give the advantage slightly. Got about a 4-length advantage. Here comes Weidinger on the high line. Not enough time. Checkered flag in the air. Wickenback going to move on. Going to take the high line in the Pontiac Pharaoh. Fielding on the low line in the 98 Chevy Camaro. Green is out. Diaz gets the early advantage down into 1 and 2. Here comes Fielding. Gets a good run down the back stretch into 3 and 4. Fielding with the advantage. Here comes Diaz going to try to battle back on the high line. Not enough time. He's going to spin it off 4. Give the checkered flag. Diaz going to try to get it refired at the start and finish line. He does. Diaz gets it refired, moves along. Carlito Mello from Uxbridge in the Eagle Talon. Matching up against Tom Kazunas in the Chevy C10. Kazunas going to take the low line, Mello with the high line. Green flag is out. Down into turn one. Mello on the high line with a good down the back stretch. Kazunas right to the back bumper of Mello. Does he have enough time? Does he have time to make a move? He does not. Carlito Mello moving on. Over Tom Kazunas. Christine Hurst in the Chevy Camaro 1978 from Fairhaven, matching up against Andrew Joseph here from Mattapoisett. Chevy Vega 1975. 75-78 the battle here. Joseph on the high line, waiting on the green. Green is out. Give the advantage down into one. Nose to nose, neck to neck. Right now, down the back. First, the Red Dragon, she's going to get the full advantage into 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Christine First moving on. Paul Curtis, Chevy Chevelle, Jackson Decker in the 1986 Chevy Camaro. Curtis going to take the high line, Decker on the bottom line. At the stripe, set to go. Green is out. Spins the tires there, Decker. That gives the advantage to Curtis. Sailing away into 3 and 4. Here comes Decker trying to battle back. Gonna get loose again in turn 3 and 4. That'll cost him. Curtis across the stripe. He will move on. Stripe and set to go. Green is out. Monahan with the advantage into 1 and 2. Here comes Bradstreet battling back to the outside. Bradstreet ahead of steam into 3. He's got a nose out in front of Monahan. Monahan battles back on the low line. The shorter time around. Monahan at the stripe. Chevy Camaro, 1984, Matt DeRoche. And 1987, Pontiac Firebird, Ford Perry here. DeRoche's up top, Perry down the bottom line, set to go at the stripe. Green is out. Down into 1. DeRoche with the advantage. Right to the door. Gets loose. DeRoche maintains. Here they come off of 4. Give the advantage across the stripe to Perry. Wow, what a close one there. John Fielding. At the stripe. Green is out. Down into 1. Advantage to Fielding. Wicket back. Right to the back bumper. going to have the top line there. Mello down the bottom there. Green is out. Mello with a great jump there. Here he goes. Down into 1 and 2. Carlito Mello. Off of 2 down the backstretch. Sailing away into 3 and 4. Purse going to try to battle back. Not enough time. Carlito Mello moving on. In the 64 Chevelle, matching up against Liam Monahan with the 89 Camaro. They are set to go. Green is out. Monahan with a good jump down into 1 and 2. He'll get right out in front of Curtis. He gets squeezed up the track. Monahan with the advantage down into 3 and 4. Not enough time for Curtis, or is it? Right across the stripe. Monahan with it. Curtis made it fun. Perry back out there in his Pontiac Firebird. And John Fielding here for this matchup. Down into 1. Perry with the advantage. He gets out in front of Fielding. Fielding with a run. Right to the back bumper of Perry. Into 3 and 4. Fielding looking for the low line advantage. Does he have enough time? Not quite. Corey Perry taking home the checkered flag there. Here comes Carlito Mello and Liam Monahan. Mello with the advantage. Checkered flag in the air. Who's it going to be? Give it to Mello.
Again. Do it again.
Of course, Liam Monahan, John Fielding, Corey Perry, Carlito Mello. They are the 4 left out there. Monahan matching up here with Fielding. This is the battle for 3rd place. Fielding, Monahan. Here they go, down into 1 and 2. Give the advantage to Monahan. Fielding with his hands full. Checkered flag in the air. That was a photo finish. They're saying it's Fielding. On that one, that was close. So Fielding will come home in 3rd over Liam Monahan. And it will be a best 2 out of 3 here for the finale. Here we go. They will alternate lanes. low line. Perry up top. Here we go, green is out. Carlito Mello, another great jump off the start. Does Corey Perry have anything for Mello with the advantage, looking for the checkered flag. Checkered flag in the air. Carlito Mello takes home the East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drags. Finishers making their way out to the start-finish line. Give it up for them. Our winner here in the East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drags, Carlito Mello. Carlito, must have been fun out there. How'd you do it?
Thanks to God I did it. Hallelujah.
Obviously battling back through and through. You've got a great car on the jump here. What goes into it? Any hidden secrets? I mean, that's fun to watch off the start.
Just a low boost in first gear to minimize spin. I'm still on 7-inch wide tires. Once I go wider, it's gonna get nasty out there.
Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank my girlfriend right there, Alyssa Hayes. She just sung the national anthem and absolutely crushed it. Go check out Retro Records in Uxbridge. She runs that shop. And I want to shout out my mom, dad, Alyssa's family, my brother, my nephew, who's got a nice sign for me, and everybody who comes out here.
Carlito Mello taking home the checkered flag first place. We'll make our way over to our runner-up, Corey Perry. Corey, what more did you need to get the win there?
I did more than I thought I was going to do, so I'm happy with what I got.
Second place, obviously a strong car. We see her in, week out here at the Spectator Drags. Anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank my mom, my dad, and my girlfriend, and all of my friends over there.
Corey Perry coming home second, and photo finish, which up top there, we didn't see it as good, but happy to be out here. Liam Monahan, Liam, that was a close one.
It was the closest race I've had ever. And it couldn't be against a better guy. John, Corey, we're all best friends. We're out here every week just having as much fun as we can.
Anybody you want to thank?
Of course, I want to thank my wife, my mom, my dad, they're over there, and friends and family that just support this every single day. And yeah, it's finally worth it.
Taking home a third place trophy there in our East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drags. Getting set for the heats. I'll send it right back up top to Kevin.
Late in the season, what is up with the Wall of Fame? Right tonight we're going to announce our first inducted, I should say, onto the Wall of Fame, and this is going to happen in September. On the 21st. And the first person that is going to get inducted that we're going to announce tonight is 7-time champion Rick Martin. And I thought, what better, we talked about it, and what better time? 1, it's his 50th year in racing. 2, he has said